just like they're soft. You know,
I mean,
they're
dude,
squishy.
dude, it's no. Hey, that's the problem with today. We got too many mages in this
We got
world.
too many squishy mages.
Too many. Hey, you got too many people starting to rub rocks together trying to make magic happen. Well, tis the season to be jolly. You know that, Maverick?
I do know that. It
Tis
is.
the season. Fa la 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 la. At the well, the news be fallen. Fa la 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 la. Greatest takes from your favorite casters. Fa la 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 la. Dragon's Well. I don't know. Can't finish the rest of it. But welcome back.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. Hey, the next greatest hits here at the Dragon's Well.
We're going caroling.
We're going. we're caroling from the well. They're like, what is that? What is that noise? It's just coming from the well. It's just coming from the well. Welcome back, guys. How's it going? I am one of your hosts, Sprites. I'm joined with me, my good pal, my good friend, Maverick. How's it going, Maverick?
Oh man, it's going pretty good. Had a kind of busy weekend. We our little hometown celebrating Christmas and kicking off the month of December the right way. As many of y'all know, we took off. We took last. What was it? I guess it's not really last week, but we took Thanksgiving week off to spend time with family and ate way too much but gave thanks where we needed to and very much enjoyed spending time with family.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I ate so much I actually had to go on a diet right afterwards. I weighed myself and I'm like 10 pounds heavier than I lost a bunch of weight and then I started gaining some weight again. So I was like, I'm like, maybe not 10 pounds, but 7, 8 pounds. I'm like, not feeling that. So
you picked a bad time to do that.
Dude, it's kind of miserable. I'm not going to lie to you. When, every other week we're having a luncheon or somebody, or candy is being thrown at me left and right.
Or I'm bringing Christmas tree cake dip.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, Friday, I think we agreed, not because we're actually ready to get off of it, but for those who've never done keto before, by the way, it can be pretty grueling for sure. But it's effective. Like I've lost, I think close to 10 pounds with this past week, like a week and a half. So and I'm not like working out. Like I'm busy during the day, but not like that. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say I think I lost 5 yesterday.
Well, but with that, I think Friday as this going up Friday, I think we're talking about getting off of it, not because we're ready to, but because it's so expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like if you're gonna do it right, like so me, I can, because my wife and I are doing it, and for me, I could do it by myself. You know what I mean? And I could be really janky with it. So like I can like do it like a really poor man's keto where I'm pretty much just eating eggs and, meat, like very cheap meat. I don't need all the bells and whistles that go with what you can do with keto, all of the weird keto options, where she does. And so, which I'm thankful for because it makes my life a lot better on it.
Yeah, man, I'm not eating any cauliflower steak. It ain't happening,
bro. No, you still listen, all your protein, all of the meats are just, dude. They're meating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
but
meating.
see, the thing is though, is
All,
with keto,
all,
if you down the red meat though, I mean that's going to end up being worse for you in the long run than, I mean, like chicken and
well,
stuff's not so bad, but I mean if you like,
well, that's what
if
you
you go
really
full,
hit. I
yeah,
mean,
if you go full red meat, you're gonna hurt yourself.
no, I mean, no, you don't like chicken, pork chops, or some pork. We don't eat. I don't really like pork very much. Like I love bacon and stuff and sausage, but other than that,
You don't
like
like the
when it comes to pork
pork
chops and
chops?
stuff, I like pork chops, but it's not like chicken. But here's my thing.
Dude,
Like
I
I
love me some
love,
pork chops.
dude, I'm a little wild though when it comes to this. Like my take. Listen, I understand it is not a professional take. I understand it's not a common take, but I would take a good chicken over a good steak any day. And
Really?
I know that's wild. Yeah, I love steak. Don't get me wrong,
See, I mean,
but I love chicken, man.
say
Chicken. So
we
not baked chicken though. Not you don't give me no baked chicken. Like, and that's all we do is baked chicken or grilled chicken. But grilled chicken's pretty good.
Hey, look, I got an air
But
fryer chicken
man, you give me
recipe
some,
that's
dude.
actually pretty good.
You give me some, dude. You give me some fried chicken. You're making a happy dude right
I don't
there.
say you got to be
And
from
I'm
the
telling
south
you,
with some fried chicken.
hey, fried chicken. You give me some. Listen, really, chicken wings is where it's at. That's my chicken. You give me some good chicken wings. Oh
You know
man,
what?
and that is actually keto friendly.
I was gonna say I'm gonna give a shout out to the all of our listeners that hang around. They know we work at a school. I'm gonna give a shout out to the cafeteria ladies,
Oh
the
yeah.
cafeteria staff. Man, those chicken wings they've been dropping in the
Look,
lunch line.
I've
That was pretty good.
since I've been eating my meals, I haven't been going down there to see what they've been having, and the fact that they had chickens, and I'm like, it broke me down because I'm like, I might have been able to. I don't. It looks like they were like they weren't like breaded.
Oh no,
Uh,
no, they're not.
yeah, so I mean, like, I could have that.
That's awesome. No,
Depending on what the sauce is. I mean, but most chicken wing sauces normally don't. But anyways, welcome to the Dragons Food Network.
I was gonna, I
You
was
know,
gonna say I eat so much
we're-
chicken and turkey at the house, boy. If I go somewhere, I'm eating a steak.
yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm not gonna go. Um, when if we go out to have like a nice dinner, or something, yeah, I'm ordering me a steak, because I just never, we never buy it because it's just so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just never.
We all know whose fault that is.
You know what I mean?
Without getting any political here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, everything's just rough, but.
Well, guys,
I know. I think this is where we hit him with the thanks Obama, right? I think that's where you thanks Obama.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's always that dude's fault, even if it's not that dude's fault. It's always that dude's fault.
Yeah, because I mean,
Like back in the day, thanks Obama.
Biden's just doing what Obama did, just worse. Because
Yeah.
he can't.
Biden-
Did you see? Okay, let's we're gonna get to the gaming
Biden-
news, but did you see
dude,
where the White
Biden
House
just
Christmas tree
jerked it.
fell?
No.
Oh yeah. The White House Christmas tree, the big Christmas tree they have at the White House, it fell, and they made a
Dude,
reference about how it was tripping like Biden.
Boy, he's just following after his leader. Dude, I wonder what I wonder what the comms sounded like for like the special service or secret service or whatever. Not the special service.
He's falling. He's falling. Nope. He's standing. No. The other one. The other one is falling.
I wonder what they're like. Big tree down.
Tree down.
Big tree almost. Tree down. Almost on. What do they call him? Bald eagle.
Bald. I don't know, man.
Tree down. The nest has fallen. The nest has fallen. The eggs are on the ground. The eggs are on the ground. They're scrambled. Just like his brain. They're scrambled. They're scrambled. Anyways, um,
Oh,
yeah.
this is awesome.
Welcome back to the Dragons Political Food Network. We're
Political
your
food
hosts.
roast.
Roast. We're here to tell you all your dietary political needs.
Oh, that's awesome.
How can we? Anyways, the things that we actually enjoy in life, video games.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
And you know what's funny about this is we're going to be dropping this episode, so guys, don't forget to follow us on all of our social: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those places. We posted something on Twitter today. We want to do something special for our long-term listeners and for those that hadn't found our podcast yet on Spotify or Apple or wherever you're listening to your podcast. We actually just launched our podcast on YouTube Podcasts, I think is what it's called, or Podcast for YouTube, something like that. Every episode is out now. You can listen to it on YouTube Podcasts. But as a Christmas special, we're going to celebrate 25 days of December and, just celebrate what Christmas is supposed to be about. And that's, helping others and giving to others and just looking forward to the birth of Jesus and, the day he was born. And, we want to thank you guys for listening. So what we've done is, as we work up to the new year and we get to the point where we are about to launch our hopefully video I guess YouTube channel, YouTube videos. We're going video with our podcasts eventually, and so to prep for that, we've kind of doing something a little special. We've thrown a logo up there, and we're going to start putting every day. We're going to release one of our episodes. So today is December 3rd. There's 3 episodes out there. We'll release another one tomorrow, all the way till the 25th of December. And who knows where we go from there? I mean, maybe we'll hit that video right after the first of the year. And
it's perfect timing because this is the 25th episode.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. We talking about food and politics and video games all in one podcast. We're giving it all to you.
Listen, if that does not define how exactly this podcast is, then I don't know what does. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We are all things. So, we are what is the man, I can never remember that reference.
No, this is Patrick. Oh, no, not that one.
No, not that.
We are the Krusty Krab.
Let's go with that.
We are the jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes, that's it.
Is that it? Yeah.
That's it.
That actually describes us pretty well.
I don't know.
We're able to really talk about anything and everything.
But I have a master's.
We're probably not experts in just about anything.
I don't know. I have a master's in business administration. That's got to count for something, right? It's got to make me a master of something.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that legitimately makes you a master.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm succeeding in life in one point, I guess.
Sensei Maverick.
Sensei Maverick. Well, let's not push it. Well, to kick things off, we always like to try to talk about some weekly news and stuff. And as we did take a week off, there was a few things that dropped. One actually dropped this week. So Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince released. We always looking for reviews, and I found Famitsu's. They scored it at like a 36 out of 40. It said it had some performance issues, but overall, the reviews were pretty positive. I think where people have kind of fallen off the wagon is they picked it up expecting a Pokemon game, or they picked it up expecting a Dragon Quest, and it's a blend of the two. So there's aspects of,
listen,
Pokemon.
I'm already getting triggered. I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand right now. Raise my hand. What did they think it what like did they not watch the trailer? Did they
Well,
like they were just like, oh look, you see it's a thing. Like nobody knew that this was coming out unless you seen the trailer. And the trailer was nothing but monster taming.
I
Like
mean,
that's all it was. In fact, that like it gave you a little bit of the lore that said he doesn't have his powers anymore. Whoever it is, I guess you're supposed to be the Dark Prince. You play as him, and then I guess something even more evil takes your powers or something. And so like you cannot fight yourself, so you have to tame other things to fight for you.
well, it's
Essentially, is what I'm get what I think might be like what it showed nothing. It literally showed gameplay of like it being like Pokemon style fighting.
well, it was funny
Like
because
what
well, I watched the YouTube video. I don't know if it was I think it was the launch trailer for it. And so, like, I
no,
mean,
they're tripping.
you are the hero, obviously, because you're the hero in in every Dragon Quest game. And this, monster, demon, whatever they are, it's like one of the blue creatures with the wings. I don't know exactly what they're called.
Yeah.
But it shows up, it attacks you at your village. You normal Dragon's Quest style, you got your sword in hand, you're fixing to go attack this thing, and the sword disappears. And he's like, what do I do? And this old, Master Roshi looking character behind him is like, oh, you must fight with monster. You must tame
Oh, you
monsters
are
and
right.
fight with monsters.
You
Like,
must do that now.
I mean, I don't know what people expect anymore, man. I feel like everybody tries to set the bar either too high or they have something envisioned in their head. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe Pokemon fans thought that the Pokemon company was making this game. Who knows, man? I just
I'll be honest with you. I think people just want to whine. I think people just want to complain.
oh,
Like
absolutely.
they want to find something to just like whine about, and so they just find any old little thing
Do,
to do that.
do you remember
And it's just
before social media, like I mean, before people actually got out there and voiced their opinions behind a screen, that you went and picked up a video game at the store. Maybe you rented it. Maybe something drew you to that video game. I mean, I know, and I'm gonna get hammered for this, but Superman for the Nintendo 64. People say
yeah.
that is one of the most the horrific games. But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I love that game. I put many of hours into that game because I enjoyed it.
That that's another thing too, man. Just because like and it might legitimately be from like programming standpoint or like graphic wise and maybe even gameplay or all of the above. It might just be like a legitimately bad game. But if you enjoy it, it's not a bad game to you. Even if people say it's a bad game, it's not a bad game. Like if
Yeah,
you enjoy the game, like just play the game. Don't let people be like, no, you don't play that game because it's trash, and then like go with the even when it really isn't, or
well,
like to
and
you it's not trash.
yeah, and then I mean, and then you have a game like I mean, I know we talked about this last time, Liza P, and at the time I really didn't know a whole lot about it. I did Google it and I looked at some stuff. I have not looked at gameplay because I actually want to play it. One of the esports kids picked it up and was playing it in the office when he probably should have been practicing for his Overwatch game he was going to have. But
Oh, nice, yeah,
yeah. But my I was talking to my nephew-in-law over the Thanksgiving break, and he played it, and I'm thinking I think he said he finished it already, but and he was talking about how good it was, and we kind of talked about that Souls aspect of it because I told him, I said, if it's a Souls like game, I'm not gonna want to play it because I just don't like that extreme difficult of a game because it doesn't, it's not fun for me. But he said that there were ways around the difficulty by choosing specific weapons and things that help you kind of get past the difficult part of the game. And that kind of actually leads us into our next topic because Dragon's Dogma 2, I actually went back and watched the Capcom live stream that they had a couple weeks ago, and they have taken essentially Dragon's Dogma and turned it into a better looking game. You know, it's for PlayStation 5 and Xbox. I think it's going to be on Steam. I think it said it was going to be on Steam also. But man, the showcase was very well received. I don't know. Have you ever played Dragon's Dogma before?
Yeah, I actually had. I'm pretty sure I had Dragon's Dogma.
I had not played it till it came out on Switch, and I bought it for Switch. I loved it.
I've played Dragon's Dogma. No, I haven't played Dragon's Dogma. What
So
is that?
the cool
Reckoning is what I was thinking of.
oh, okay.
Wasn't there something Reckoning? Is it Dragons?
I don't think
I don't remember now.
hold
But
on.
for some reason, I think I may have like rented this game or like
I think you're thinking of Dragon's Reckoning. No, that's a. As I'll say, it's not Hunter the Reckoning, is it?
yeah, Kings of
Oh, Amalur.
yeah, Amalur.
Oh, okay. So
The Reckoning. That's what I was thinking of.
it's interesting. It's interesting because Dragon's Dogma is like a. I mean, obviously, it's made by Capcom, and so the neat thing about it is, and I didn't realize this because I owned Dragon's Dogma before I owned Monster Hunter Rise, and the fighting. And I don't want to. I know your experience with Monster Hunter, so I don't want to turn you off of Dragon's Dogma because of this, but the fighting is kind of similar, where your character does move slower, but the cool thing is like you can climb in this game. So like any creature. I remember one of the caves that I had to go in. It's pretty close to the beginning of the game, but a couple 2 or 3 hours in. You go inside this cave and there's a big troll, and the best place to hit him was like because I think they do have weak points, and the best place to hit him was kind of behind the head so he couldn't hit you. Because if he hit you, I mean, he hit you like twice and you're gone. And
Yeah.
so, but you had to like run up kind of behind him and climb up him. And so you have it's almost like a stamina meter, I think, and he's trying to swing you off. Of course, you know, you hold on. It's like a mix of like Monster Hunter fighting with that Shadow of the Colossus type. You know, you can grab the creature in either like in specific places, or you know, like you have to climb up the creature to get better angles. They actually showed off a Titan in this trailer where your character jumps off. They showed this character, your warrior character jumping off and grabbing a hold of like it's almost like a harpy or something, and holding onto its legs and flying kind of over and dropping on this Titan and taking out this weak point. I know that
I just got through kind of looking at just a little bit of it, the gameplay, and it looks fine. It's good. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of that newer Star Wars game that came out that's kind of Souls-like esque.
Oh, yeah. Fallen Order.
The one with, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that where, like, even the health bars, you know, of the enemies, where, like, it's just like a little bitty smaller bar, you know, of, like, just the normal mobs. I don't know how it is with the bosses because I haven't looked at any of that yet, but
I don't know.
That's what it kind of reminds me of. It looks really cool. It looks great.
It really it's got me wanting to pick Dragon's Dogma 1 up because you know, it was one of those. It's open world. It's kind of like I think
there's a lot of reviews on it. Like there's a lot of people, even people like I don't know if you know who Asmongold is.
Yeah, we've talked about Asmongold.
Well, even Asmongold has like a little segment on it.
On the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the new one comes
Uh,
out March of
yep.
next year.
He's kind of doing like a little. I didn't click on it, but this, as of today, this is 5 days ago he dropped this video. So I mean, it's like a newer video on. I mean, the game looks great,
Oh
man.
yeah, it
But I
looks
mean,
really good.
that's just that PlayStation 5 for you. You know what I mean? That's just having that like it's just so fluid.
Well, what I saw
Very
what I saw was,
very
and
fluid.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it plays great on Switch. Dragon's Dogma, which I mean, it's an older game. I think it's like an Xbox 360 game or something, but it plays real well on Switch. I know they added so classes they call vocations, and I know there's like a warrior vocation and a mage vocation, and I don't remember what the other ones were. There may have only been two. But character creation is almost up there with like Skyrim or even a little bit better. You know how Bethesda likes to let you create your character how you really want them.
True that.
But the new vocation or class is called the Trickster, and so it reminds me of the incense that's in the little urn on the end of a chain that they swing.
Yep, I know
Okay.
exactly what you're talking about.
All right. So he takes that and he's playing back. So he obviously is but he's swinging it, and depending on what smoke is coming out. So I guess what incense you put in it and what smoke you've got flowing out of this, it can either confuse. So I saw him swing it, and there's like white smoke, and you see this white smoked looking dragon. So it's an illusion, and it's scaring the mobs off. But it also, I guess, kind of attacks them because I mean you have to have some kind of attack.
Yeah,
And
like
then
damaging.
yeah, and so you get helpers throughout the game. Like you can pick up a side quest or something, and somebody might help you. Well, if you throw the red smoke out, it buffs that character so that they can take out the enemies for you. I don't know. Man, it looks pretty neat.
So it's
It's
kind of like a supporter style class
Yeah, it's.
that.
They said it was so you could play further back if you didn't want to get. I mean, I went straight warrior. And I think
Yeah.
I think
Leroy Jenkins.
oh well, and I shouldn't have probably done that. I always try to go the mage the first time I play something, but I know
Yeah, I
the
normally do too.
well he's just like they're soft,
I mean, there's
they're
dude,
squishy.
dude, it's no. Hey, that's the problem with today. We got too many mages in this
We got
world.
too many squishy
We
mages.
too many. Hey, you got too many people starting to rub rocks together trying to make magic happen.
Oh, that's
They're too
hilarious.
squishy nowadays, man. Hey, listen, they're taking 1d4 psychological damage right now as we speak.
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe they should have grown up playing D&D,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Maybe they should
Grow
have.
some hair on that
Maybe
chest.
maybe it should have just been a subclass from the warrior. Maybe they should have already stayed warrior at first.
Hey, look, and I'll tell
Then
you,
branched
I will
off
tell you like I told you the other day.
with their stones.
If and I'm gonna say this right now, if you are a WoW rogue,
Yeah,
you are trash, like scum of the
I,
earth.
I hate you. Listen, I've played WoW for like a total of maybe like 3 hours, so I don't know any. Well, that's not true. Probably more than 3 hours because we had multiple sessions. But I'd say no longer than a week have I played WoW,
I
and
would just say, why don't you quit sneaking around and go pick up a real character and come meet me somewhere.
meet me outside. How about
Why
that,
don't you learn a good
Rogue?
class,
Catch
man?
me
And
outside, Rogue.
I'm telling you, the PvP scene is full of rogues, man. It's just ugh.
Yeah, you don't have anybody that like is immune to that.
Well, I mean, not really. It's There's
Like, hey,
there's some ways around it. I mean, the druid class can kind of defend against that a little bit, but man, you get. I mean, I look. I ain't gonna knife nobody in the back. That's just not the way to do it.
it's not the way.
No, you look
This
at
is
them in
not
the
the way.
way. You look at them in the face and do it.
Yeah, this is the way.
That's funny. Well, no. Anyways, Dragon's Dogma pre-orders are available now. It releases March 22nd, and
Cool.
our I guess third game. I was so I do not know much about this game. I do know that we have some esports kids that actually play this. Kind of religiously almost. And so I wanted to I think what we ought to do is get Cloud on here at one point to talk about this. I think this would be an interesting topic for him because
Oh yeah,
I know he
I I
plays.
feel like I feel like that dude knows the vast majority of like interaction. Actually, in fact, I know because he's told me before of like just different interactions you can do in this game. To like, so like he knows a lot about this game. I don't know if he's done everything you can do, but he most certainly has, and that is Stardew Valley.
Well, yeah, and
For those who,
and I can tell you that I did. I bought and downloaded Stardew Valley. When I saw that I had to keep up with things like birthdays and you were supposed to bring presents to people on their birthdays and things like that, I decided that this game was not for me because I cannot devote this much time into a game. But I can see where it is like many other games that I have played. I mean, look, I spent so much time in Animal Crossing. Now, I feel like if I would have found Stardew Valley during COVID, I would have probably delved more into the Stardew Valley because it seems to have more like RPG type aspects than it just seems like a game that you can kind of take your time with, that you can,
yeah,
but it's
it's. I don't think anybody can actually ever really say it's a bad game in
no,
terms
especially
of
with
like
its fan base.
well, not just that, but in terms of like the goal of this game, right? You know, some games are meant to be competitive, some games are meant to, be interactive, some games are meant to, inspire you to creativity, and some games are literally there. Most games, they're behind it. Most games, you're trying to get some sort of like stress relief,
Oh
right?
yeah, this seems like a very
But
stress relief
but
game.
this like its sole purpose is to be like, hey, relax, like chill out, just vibe.
Mm-hmm.
We're just
Mm-hmm.
vibing.
Well, and
And
so that's what I
how
was
can
going.
you be bitter towards a game that does that? You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's what I was going to say was they're so apparently. So okay, Concerned Ape is the creator behind
How'd you
Stardew
know
Valley.
mine? Oh, never mind. That was my nickname in high school.
Concerned Ape.
Yeah,
Oh, did your knuckles drag the ground?
sometimes. What, you got a problem with that, man? Like, what's up? Yeah?
Oh, I got a funny story for you, but
They're like, why is it?
I don't think it's
They're like,
podcast.
yeah, he's not. It's not family friendly.
I mean, well, okay, we'll wait till the end.
Yeah,
Let's wait till
yeah,
the
yeah.
end. Yeah, yeah. So, um,
Anyway,
Concerned Ape has put out a tweet that says a ton of progress on 1.6 last month. So apparently 1.6 is the new update that apparently tons of people that play this game have been waiting on. That he's made a ton of progress on it, and he is in self-imposed extreme crunch mode, nose to the grindstone mode.
huh?
And so one of his
Dude,
pictures is
dude, it makes it sound like they're going to the DEF CON 5 or something, or DEFCON 1.
Well, and I don't know because I don't know much about the game, but one of the screenshots is big. There's a picture of, I mean, it looks kind of like the Minecraft, deal where you've got some of the stuff that you can craft in and things, like your bags or whatever, and keeping mostly everything secret. But he did send a screenshot where there's a little arrow over a chest, and it's called the big chest. It can store almost twice as much as a regular chest. So I'm assuming that's a big thing for Stardew Valley. Again, not real familiar with that, but
yeah.
So you're getting a big chest. I hope that makes you happy.
Congratulations.
I don't hear a lot of people complaining about Stardew Valley though, so I mean maybe maybe they are actual fans that enjoy updates and don't complain about them.
Yeah.
But
take them for how they are.
While we're talking about updates, that kind of rolls us into topic number 4 today, and that is Fortnite. Now, I know you haven't made the jump quite yet, but Season 5 is out. It released last night. I tried to get in last night. I was sat in a queue for 10 minutes, and the server was non-responsive. And then I sat in a queue for another 10 minutes, and the server was not responsive. So I decided to give it a shot this morning. So logged in this morning. They have lots of new modes in this season, which did not launch last night. So essentially Season 5 is... I did not play the end, the last chapter of Season 4. That was... I don't necessarily play all of the chapters, but this season I usually play them if the rewards are something that I want, and that makes it worth buying the battle pass. Now, obviously, Season 4 had rewards like I'm trying to remember if that was Season 4 or 3. I think Season 4 had rewards like Vader and Optimus Prime and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's worthy of me actually spending money on this game. But this season is kind of a little weird. Not real big fan of a lot of the achievements and stuff for the the new skins. I know one of the almost final skins for it is Buff Peter Griffin.
What? Buff Peter Griffin?
Yeah. It's...
Oh, no.
Yeah. And apparently he is an NPC.
Does he do the laugh?
So I found him in the game, and I did shoot him, and he fell over, and it looked like he grabbed his knee, but I was actually getting attacked.
Oh, man.
So I kind of actually missed the whole animation with that. But it looked like hold on, I'm gonna try to post this in chat so you can see it. Yeah, there it is.
Is this
jacked Peter Griffin?
Jack.
Freaking sweet.
Are you gonna use it when you are you gonna get that?
No.
Try to get that.
I don't think so. I mean, I might. It just depends on if there's anything that comes out that pulls my attention away from Fortnite right now. Right, Fortnite is like my in between when I'm playing games. I will grind pretty heavy if like I said, the reward is worth it.
Yeah.
And so, if it happens, it happens. But what was really neat about this season that they announced 3 new modes. And so there is a Rocket League mode where you get, apparently part of your rewards in the battle pass, you get Rocket League based cars that you can race in Fortnite in a specific like racing
Like
mode.
area.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
actually, yeah, it's like a different mode. So, with Fortnite, there's sandbox modes, there's creator stuff, there's tons of different modes. Now, I only play zero build,
yeah.
so I am kind of ignorant when it comes to all the other modes that it has. The game of the year has a apparently something where you get to. That's kind of how you get to go choose your game of the year. You get to do it through Fortnite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, it's some kind of mode in Fortnite that you get to do that. But then there's also Fortnite Festival, which will be something for the fans of like Rock Band and something like that. So you get to group up together with your buddies and you get to play on a stage, I guess. And it's button combinations and things like at specific times. And one of the other things that they released with this season was, or right before this season happened, they released, so Eminem is now a Fortnite skin.
I wonder how they got that. I mean, like they had to give. I bet they forked a lot of money over to
Well,
him.
yeah, they did. Well, he's trying to make a comeback, so he's trying to do everything he can for PR.
Yeah.
One of the emotes used to be the Carlton dance, and because that was his thing. It didn't actually belong to anybody but him. That he sued Epic and won, and I think he won. I can't remember all that on
Yeah.
it, but they had to remove
Yeah.
the dance.
That's crazy.
But the last and final part of this season is, and I think it launches this week, is they have partnered with Lego, and so there's a new sandbox mode for 16 people that is Lego Fortnite. Now, they said something like 12,000 skins have already been pre-approved to be moved into Lego form. So I see this becoming, this partnership is going to go way beyond just the game.
Yeah. It's not going. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I see this going, just like Nintendo. Well, I mean, and
Like
that's the thing.
Lego's going to make Fortnite merchandise,
Oh,
or like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the new.
Dude, what a merger! This is
Oh,
this is a power move right here.
Yeah, Lego is yeah. I mean, man, they're not going bankrupt anytime soon. They have found their in, and they did it with Star Wars. And now that they've pushed from Star Wars to now we're doing Lego Fortnite. But with that partnership with Nintendo, they saw that people were going to buy Legos that were video game related. So why not do? I mean, it's a smart move on both parties. It was
Well,
a good
I feel like
business move.
I definitely feel like Legos have been making a comeback. Because there was a time where like Legos weren't like super duper popular. Um, but I definitely feel like now, because there was a lot more like there's a lot less choices that you can get in terms of like what you can actually what Lego was actually making at the time.
Yeah,
Where like now, I mean, as you said, with the incorporation of the Star Wars Legos, and then you get things like Harry Potter and all these big names that are just being converted into Lego form, and before you know it, now it's like, I mean, you really you are even seeing like Legos starting to be incorporated in like adult houses,
I told you
or like,
we have
you
the
know,
entire floral collection on our. I told you that
yeah,
last time.
and that's more of like a common thing now too. Like
Hmm.
that's not something that is like it's essentially it's not it's showing that Legos aren't just for kids.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, consider, which I mean, when you really think about some of these projects, these Lego projects, it's like what kid is putting together, you know, 30,000 piece Legos, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or
Well,
something
I
like
mean,
that.
we pretty much watch. So we watch Lego Masters. I don't know if y'all that's something y'all watch at the house, but Fox's Lego Masters has been. I think they're in season 4 right now, and man, I just saw these adults build this huge, massive. Their task for this week was to build a roller coaster. And so they all had to build a roller coaster that would actually make one full rotation with the roller coaster. And man, I mean, it was pretty neat. I mean, and some of the engineering and stuff that you see in this is, it's pretty wild. But I mean, we see that with
Oh
our
yeah,
robotics kids. So we also, beyond esports, we also coach robotics, and we had our fifth graders built. Well, they were all building it, but the fifth graders finished, and their robot solved a Rubik's cube. Now we did get the code from somebody online, and I think they actually found the build instructions. But we wanted to see it work, and it did. I mean, we watched it solve this
yeah.
Rubik's cube, so it was pretty
It
slick.
was insane. It was so cool. I mean, that's just you know, like just being able to do something like that. That's just pretty neat. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to add to that. I think Legos are kind of making a comeback. If you are not really a comeback because Legos have been here, but you know what I mean. Like I feel like Legos are becoming more and more like prominent, and they're as you said, they're not going anywhere
Well, it's
anytime soon.
interesting to see because Lego did have that really bad patch for basically Lego Star Wars the video game, and then the sets that Lego did with Star Wars with Lucasfilm, that is what brought Lego out of the hole. I mean, that's what saved them essentially.
Yeah,
I
well, and
mean,
then you see, them start branching out and taking more risk, and then you see, things like the Lego movies and stuff like that that really, just kind of more bolstered, what Legos are.
well, and I like
You
to
know what I
see
mean?
these companies that almost hit it. I mean, Apple did the same thing. When Steve Jobs came back and he introduced the iPod saved the company. You know, Nintendo
Yep.
was on the verge of having to do something drastic, and so they went to the R&D team and are like, "Hey, we need something that's going to essentially save the company," and they created the Nintendo Switch, and it essentially saved the company.
Yep.
So I like to see the odd man out come out swinging and bring the company back into. Now
It is cool.
my wallet doesn't like it because I mean I have a
Yeah,
lot of
more
Apple
often than not,
stuff.
it's going. Yeah, and more often than not, I mean, when you're kind of trying to dig yourself out of, you know, bankruptcy or closing or whatnot, you're probably going to have to charge things a good bit.
Yeah, probably.
But
Well, I look. Speaking of programming and stuff, we Sega, and I found some stuff that was kind of just real quick. So Sega is sending cryptic letters to Twitch streamers, urging them to watch the Game Awards. So Sega apparently has something big coming out of the Game Awards. Speaking of the Game Awards, that is this week. I
eh,
I wish I could say we would do a live stream for it, but it's kind of long, and I don't know if our families would be happy with us live streaming something that long. And also, we will have a playoff game that night as well.
oh yeah,
So, shout out to the Overwatch
what
team.
what? Absolutely, shout out guys.
Yeah,
Y'all
winning
keep
winning the
putting in the hard work.
winning the first round
We
of
got
playoffs. Yeah.
we got a pretty big obstacle in front of us
We do.
this week.
I think we can. I think we can beat them though. I remember we played them in off season, or in preseason, and we did lose to
I don't
them.
remember. I don't remember much of that. Of the I
Well,
don't remember much
I
of
think it was
that
one
team.
of those we should have won.
Yeah.
We definitely play better and more cohesive as a team now than we did
Than
in
we did.
preseason. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be an easy win by far, but
Yeah.
I do want.
Well, I mean, we're technically in what quarters? Because we have this, and then we have one more, and then we have state, right?
Yes, so we are in quarters,
Yeah. So
and
we're in quarter.
yeah,
We're in quarterfinals
we'll
right
be in
now. So
semifinals next on Thursday, and then December 13th, Lord willing,
oh,
we
so we
will.
play. We will play twice this week.
Yes, we play Tuesday, and then we will play Thursday, and then we will play Wednesday the following week when we go to state.
Oof. All right.
So we got a tough week ahead, but it's okay. We're gonna make it, and
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. And so, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. The final thing I have is more of a just like absolute roast over anything else. Guys, we like to roast things here on the podcast, and we knew this was gonna be bad. Hogwarts Legacy showed that large games can be ported to the Switch. Not necessarily a good idea, but they can be ported. They don't look great, but they can be ported. So the Arkham trilogy finally did come out for Switch. They said that Arkham Asylum and Arkham City play extremely well. There is some graphical, hits, but not. It's really not bad, but you also have to remember those are Xbox 360 games, so
Yeah.
they
So
should.
it's going to
Yeah,
be more compatible with, up to par with what the Switch got going on.
right. And so the one of the guys over at Digital Foundry, I like to watch Digital Foundry stuff because they really do break down like the mechanics and the technical. I love their little frame rate graph at the bottom. So the attempt was to keep Arkham Knight at a solid 30 frames. That does not happen. Oliver McKenzie tweeted that it has terrible performance, poor visual quality, and game-breaking glitches. Now, the video I watched from someone else actually said that he did not enjoy Arkham Knight, which, I mean, I thought that was the best of the three.
Like just in general, like on any console, or like on Switch specifically?
No, he said he didn't like it on any console. He said that he had issues on Xbox with it, and I actually own it on Xbox. I also own it on PlayStation, and I own it on Xbox One, and then I own the whole trilogy on PS4. And I mean, I've played it on both. I didn't. Now this was after patches and stuff, but I mean, I loved Arkham Knight. I mean, the Batmobile, adding the Batmobile and all of that was great. On Switch, it is horrible. So like if you hit a fork in the road, the frames will drop so bad that you might crash into the building because you can't tell if you're going right or left.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it like game breaking glitches. Like it will lock up on you and crash the entire game. And it just that's bad. One of the guys said what they wish they would have done is ported Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and the Wii version of, I think it was Arkham Origins, which was a prequel to the Arkham games, which I actually never played, but I heard it was fairly good.
On to Wii.
Yeah, it was actually a Wii only, a Wii exclusive game, I believe. Because at the time, well, see, at the time, Arkham had gone. It was on Xbox and it was on PlayStation, but the Wii had not. Nintendo wasn't supporting. But they did that with Call of Duty too. They had a Call of Duty for Wii, and they had. They were trying to port games to the Wii because the Wii was such a popular console.
Yeah.
So instead of porting a game that wouldn't work on the Wii, which was Arkham Asylum, they built a brand new game. Now, it doesn't have the same. I remember people complaining about it, said they didn't like it. It didn't hold up to the other two Arkham games. But since then, I've heard it's kind of like it's one of those hidden gems. You know, it's kind of like it wasn't a great game, but it did. I remember the villain in it was Black Mask. Well, I can tell you that it's just a big disservice to the trilogy to do this. You know, I mean, I kind of agree. If they could have ported a Wii game over and beefed up the visuals a little bit and given us a trilogy that way, and then maybe they could have dropped a cloud version of Arkham Knight, and just said, "Hey, look, here's Arkham Knight. You can have it for $20. It's a cloud version." I think the fans would have probably been a little better with that.
Yeah.
I mean, because while you're looking at that, speaking of cloud versions, I did see a tweet today that Microsoft is wanting to port Game Pass over to multiple screens. So the picture I saw was, of course, a Nintendo Switch with the Game Pass logo on the screen. And so it kind of sounds like Microsoft is interested in doing a partnership with Nintendo so that you could actually play Game Pass on Switch.
Whoa, that would be wild.
Now, I'm sure it's all going to
I
be
mean, it'd
cloud
be
based.
yeah, it's super limited stuff, I'm sure, but
Well, if they
that'd
go
still be
if they
pretty
go straight cloud based, it wouldn't be as limited as it would be, because I mean the Switch obviously doesn't have the storage capacity to download Xbox games.
neat. Yep.
I mean, I think Call of Duty is taking up about 300 gigs on my PS5, and that's just the story mode and maybe
That's
zombies. I may have removed
that's crazy.
zombies.
That's wild. That's it's so much.
It really is, and the bad thing is I think it launches some of the campaigns for maybe a couple of the other games that I don't even own, just in case I own those games. Like when you download Call of
Yeah.
Duty now, you're downloading the launcher for multiple games.
Yeah. That would make sense if it was for multiple games, but just for one Call of Duty game is crazy.
Yeah, oh no, it's insane, man. And but I mean games are getting larger, and so what I think the game industry is going to have to eventually follow suit with Apple is their base system, their base phone has gotten. I think what the base phone you just got one. The iPhone
Yeah,
15
now
has
it's
256.
two. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
That's the bottom
yeah, so
bottom.
base is
One.
256. So I mean, they may have to start putting a base terabyte drive in these systems, and
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
charge the same. I mean, they're not going to be able to go up in price. I mean, families can't afford more than $500 for a system. I mean, I think that's why people buy consoles. If you have to spend over $500 for a console, you might as well go get a gaming PC, right?
I mean, yeah, most. Well, the when PlayStation 5 and Xbox came out, they were both more than that. I'm fairly certain, and and people still bought them. So, people are faithful to consoles, but I've made this mention earlier on, like within our first few episodes, but I believe eventually, I mean, we're going to see I think we're going to see slowly the death of consoles as a whole, and I think everything's just going to get amalgamated into something. I mean, like in some way, shape, or form. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to be like all one big company, right? But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
definitely like just a very similar, like I mean, just PC in general, probably,
Right.
or something that of that nature, or you know, they're really, which I don't know how far off we are from it, but I I know we're still a good ways away from like full dive stuff. You know what I mean? But I mean that would be the next like big leap in video games is you start seeing that console slowly die off because it's getting more and more centered towards virtual reality.
Well, and I think the Xbox has done it the probably the best. Which, I mean, PS5 is right behind it, but I mean, the Xbox Series X is a more powerful machine, I believe, than the PS5, but it's a more powerful machine because it will keep two games loaded at one time. It will keep, there's things that happen in the background that can technically be like, I mean, depending on how you micromanage your memory and stuff, you can allocate for that. And then, but I mean, who seriously is bouncing between two games to the point where you don't want to take the time to load it? You know what I mean? I mean, is that something you necessarily need, or can you take that power and pump it into a game instead of utilizing all of this hardware for background tasks?
For a very, very niche thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, my PS5 will stream to Twitch as I'm playing a game, and I can use the like the webcam for the PS5 to live stream with my face. I mean, it's a full streaming box.
I mean, like you don't even from the sound of it, you don't even need a computer.
No, I mean I don't even need. I just link my Twitch account and basically, so I've got when I hit my PlayStation button, the home screen comes up, or the little quick task menu comes up at the bottom, and it's just like start broadcast, and bam, it's going. I'm streaming on Twitch, and I can chat with my viewers and everything. I mean, I usually pull up my Twitch chat window up on my iPad, so if I need to physically chat with somebody that way and actually type, I can. Or which I've only done that a few times just to kind of test it out. I don't know, man. I hate to see games that I enjoy being ported to Switch just for the sake of porting it to the Switch, and then it just getting bashed.
Yeah, I mean, well, also, I mean, most things are, regardless of how it actually is going to be bashed. So there very few things actually don't get criticized somewhat in one regard or another.
Yeah, and I do feel like, I mean, any fans that actually have enjoyed the game, I feel like they're, I mean, it is what it is, and it's going to be it's going to be a good time no matter what. I mean, it's one of those games that it's by far one of the best games on Xbox and PlayStation, and I mean, Arkham Knight's a fabulous game, and we'll see. But just to kind of, I guess, wrap this up, I am looking forward to the Game Awards. If I miss the Game Awards, it is because I am neck deep in a playoff game, and I am cheering some kids on that we are super proud of, and not just the Overwatch kids, our Smash kids as well. They went first round to playoffs, and we had a rough go at it, and I have never seen a Donkey Kong player throw a character off the stage to where they couldn't recover, but man, we are going to get that pink monkey next season.
Monkey. Oh, the pink monkey.
We're going to get that pink monkey.
Well, you know, guys, y'all, we really appreciate y'all listening. We appreciate all of the support, all of the attention that you guys bring to us, and so we just want to continue to ask that you help us out any way, shape, or form. One of the greatest helps you can be is just by word of mouth. Sharing it with a friend, sharing it with a coworker,
Uh,
colleague,
Check us out on
classmate,
YouTube
you name it.
again or now.
You know,
Relive those episodes with.
yeah. Subscribe, like, comment, do the whole shebang. Because we need it. We want to continue to have our podcast grow and make an even greater impact, and so and reach a bigger audience. So we really appreciate you guys. We're gonna dismiss the way that we normally do. That's in a word of prayer, lifting up the name of God and Jesus. So if y'all will, join with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. We thank you for the many great opportunities we've had to have this podcast. And Lord, we just ask that you continue to bless it and grow it. Lord, we pray that you just bless all those that are listening. God, give them wisdom, insight, give them peace, give them comfort, give them guidance, direction, maybe some healing if they need it. Lord, whatever their need is, we ask that your will be done in their life. And God, we ask that you just continue to use us as the outlet that you need us to be. Continue to help us share your love and more importantly, share the gospel with people. Tell them that they're loved by Jesus and that they can accept Him as Savior. And Lord, we just want to lift up your name and say all these things. In Jesus' name we pray this. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace out.